Tea podcast show. I am your host, Nikita Black, and we are starting a new series. Woo! I'm excited. I even got a script, sort of a script, an outline more so. So today marks the beginning. Before I tell you about what today marks the beginning of, first, I have to let you know that June 27th is an official holy day for my family. 16 years ago, one of the most precious baby girls ever decided to join the ancestors, or at least the ancestors decided that for her. And I have decided to make this day NAYSHA Day. June 27th is the official holy day for my family. From this day forth, NAYSHA's Day. So in honor of NAYSHA, I am starting a brand new journey. It's not just about reopening my cafe, Mama Matcha Café. It's about rebuilding a dream. Yes. And if you've ever had to start over again after a setback, this series is for you. Welcome to Road to Reopening, Season 1, Building the Dream Again. So why did I start Mama Matcha Cafe? Well, as with many of the things I do, I was divinely inspired. When the idea first came to me, I was working as a public safety officer in New York City, and I was commuting back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and I would always walk past this particular commercial property. And for some reason, that commercial property pulled towards me. And I sat down one day in my meditations and said, God, Divine, what could I do at that space? And when I tell you the download came quick, the download came quick. The download came quick. I started writing stuff down. Shortly after the idea came to me, I got a SCORE mentor. Hey, welcome in. This is a brand new episode, and this is the road to reopening. And what I'm reopening is my matcha cafe. So I'm just explaining about that. You're here to watch my show. And if you watch it, your questions will be answered. But I'm going to continue going on. Okay? So, yeah, I got the download for the cafe. I hooked up with a SCORE mentor. If you're not familiar with SCORE, SCORE is a program here in the United States of America where there are people who have retired out of business. Some of them are still active entrepreneurs, and they offer free mentorship. So let me write that down because there might be some entrepreneurs that's watching. And if you are an entrepreneur that's watching, you can get free mentorship. So I'm going to take some notes because this is not scripted. Although I have an outline, this is not scripted. So make sure to put SCORE's link. And if you're in any of the 50 states, you have access to this free program. Put SCORE info in the description. Okay, so I'll do that for you. So yeah, I met with her. She had an office down Kings County, Brooklyn, New York. I sat down with her. I told her my concept. She said it was great concept. I developed a business plan. I formulated the business. I registered the business. I went through all of that process, still doing public safety, still a public safety officer. I started building it, and that was late 2019. Let's fast forward like 6 months. You know what happened 6 months, right? 2020, we all know what happened, right? Everything shut down. The whole world shut down. Me being the Taurus I am, the stubborn Taurus I am, I was like, I don't care about this shutdown stuff. I was like, I do not care about this shutdown stuff. Uh, okay. I see this one. Somebody's, I don't know what they're talking about. Listen, this is a safe space. And if you come in here and you act up, you're going to get booted out. Okay. This is a safe space. This is a safe space. And again, this is a space for people who have restarted over again, people who are interested in watching journeys and who are dedicated to their own life journey, right? So anyway, yes, the world stopped. I did not. As a public safety officer, I was considered an essential worker. So I didn't stop. I didn't stop working. I didn't stop planning my business. I did make some detours. So initially, I was going to open my business in New York. I was going to open my business in Brooklyn, New York. I was looking at the commercial spaces in New York City and looking at the commercial spaces in Brooklyn also. And then when everything shut the heck down, I had an associate that was like, "Why don't you look around in Jersey?" And I was like, "Okay, I will look around in Jersey. You know, I don't know too much about this Jersey place, but I'll look around." And I did. I took my time and I found a little quaint location in a courtyard. It was really tiny, but really had just a good feel for me. Like my spirit told me, yes, do this. And I consulted with other individuals. And when I consulted with other individuals, we have another rude person. Okay, bye. Listen, if you got insecurities, this is not the channel for you. This is not therapy. There is therapy available for you though. So go over there. Go over there. Go over there. Go over there. Don't apologize. Fix yourself. Work on yourself. Get off of social media right now. I advise you to do. Let's see. Yeah, get out of here. Uh, hey, I'm my own moderator right now, so I will be simultaneously looking at the comments. I will not be answering questions right now because this is an episode and this is part of a series, and that's what we're talking about. So back to the cafe, Mama Matcha Cafe. So I'm looking, I redirect when the pandemic happens. I look over in Jersey. I find a spot that's in a courtyard. I open it. 2021, I open my cafe. Okay. Big stuff, big stuff. Not a grand, big, grand opening, but a big, huge thing for me. And if you want to see the reviews that I got, you can Google the cafe. We opened in Montclair, New Jersey, 2021. I got great reviews. However, I was doing everything. I was the barista, I was the manager, I was the founder, I was the owner, I was the maintenance lady, I was the accountant. I was everything. I was hot every woman. Yeah, that's what I was doing. That's what I was doing. And I was communicating with the gentleman I leased the space from. He did not look like me. I had never seen him before, but I knew he didn't look like me, just by his name. And I have went through a leasing company, and everything was good. The governor of the state of New Jersey, and not only just the governor, I found out recently, or was reminded recently, that it wasn't just a state moratorium. I believe I'm saying the word correct, but it was a federal moratorium where the courts were shut down. You couldn't just throw people to the streets because the world shut down. And you couldn't shut down businesses neither because the world shut down. But I'm going to use some questionable language. This cracker ass motherfucker didn't give a fuck about any of that. And he walked into my store, my place of business. I thought he was a customer, okay? And I offered him some matcha and some coffee and asked if he was there to pick up a delivery because I had a relationship with a company where people would get their packages delivered there and it would help like draw advertisement and foot traffic to the store, right? So I asked him these questions kindly, warmly, and he was like, you could close your store. And I was like, excuse me? Yeah, I spoke to you, but you ain't gonna make it. I know we had a conversation a week ago. You ain't gonna make it. Look at how everything is. Ain't nobody coming up in here and da da da. So you might as well just take all your stuff, pack all your stuff out of here and leave. Yeah. I want to say that was like, I could count on one hand how many racist face-to-face racist things I have experienced in this country, and that was one of them. And I was just in shock. This 2021, I was in shock. Like this man was talking to me like this. And so my response to him, I stayed cool, calm, and collected. My response to him was like, "Sir, do you realize that my ancestors are the one who built this country, and the reason why you're even in the position to open up your mouth to speak to me so disrespectfully is because of the free labor from my ancestors?" He was not expecting an articulate, calm, truthful response like that. And he got beet red. He got even angrier. Well, I don't care about none of that. You shut this shit down or I'm going to change the locks. And do you know what I did? I called the cops. Yes, I did. I called Montclair Police Department on him. I have the police reports to prove it, okay? They came there, they were kind. He had left. They said, "Don't worry about his threats. They're empty threats. He cannot do that. He has to wait until everything opens back up if he wants to legally remove you from this place." About 5 minutes, they took a report. They took the report. About 5 minutes after they left, the fireman, I don't know what he is of the fireman. I want to say chief, but that I might be wrong. So I'm not going to say he's a chief. But this tall, and mind you, the guy that was fussing was short. I don't know if he had a Napoleon complex or what, but this tall white guy came in there and he was like, "I want a cup of Joe. I heard that you told off that asshole. Nobody likes that asshole." And I was just like, well, thank you. Like, okay, like, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Here's another person. Let's get him out of here. Hide the user. Yeah, get out of here. And I was like, wow, okay. I wish I had the footage. Oh my God, I wish I had the footage. But I was like, okay, 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 all right, everything's good, everything's good. However, 3 weeks after that, he did change my locks and he did force us closed. And I um, went to court, got all the way up to trial, and well, litigations here in the United States of America is a lengthy process. So I started rebuilding. And I went back to college. I just graduated from college. I don't know if you're new to my channel, but I just graduated from college. Just got my business administration degree, continuing my education as well. And now I am reopening my cafe. And not because I'm choosing to, because that's what divinity is pushing me to do. Okay, so that's how Mama Matcha was birthed. That's some of the challenges Mama Matcha went through, the setbacks, and I'm choosing again because I don't give up. I am an indigenous, a proud, grateful, knowledgeable, beautiful indigenous woman of the Americas, of the lineage of the Yazoo bloodline from that Mississippi Delta. Yeah, my grandmother migrated from there to up north so that her descendants could have better opportunities. So I am the direct hope of my ancestors. So I do it to honor my ancestors. I'm reopening my cafe in honor of my ancestors to to just operate in my divine birthright. This is people come all over. People come from so many countries here for the opportunities. Those opportunities are available to those who have been here as well. And we know things are changing. So we got to let those things change. But as those things are changing, those who have that drive within them, go after whatever is in your spirit, in your heart to go after. Go after it. So, What you can expect to see here is me visiting different sites. You can expect to just get the raw, real deal Holyfield. I do have a guide that I'm using, but this is not scripted at all. I will put resources inside of my description so that if you are an entrepreneur and you're looking for support and mentorship, it is available to you. There is so, when I tell you there's so much support. And if you are a woman, there is even more support. Or if you fall into one of those categories that they have um, for different folks, there's so much support to start a business. So business is not for everybody. I'm not forcing it on you, but I'm letting you know if that's something that you want to do, you can absolutely do it. And as I come with information, I am going to share that information. Thank you. And yeah, stay tuned. Stay tuned for the next episode. Okay? Until next time, no, keep your tea hot, your vision clear and focused. Don't worry about what other people are saying, all right? You can dismiss them. And if you can't dismiss them, you can ignore them, okay? Never stop building the life that you were created to live. Peace, love, and super tea. Until next time, thank you so much.